Good evening everybody and welcome to this Planning Advisory Committee B for this evening, Tuesday 11th of December. For the advantage of our vast audience here tonight, can I point out this is recorded and will be on the internet in a couple of days' time for anybody who is interested. I usually point out likewise just one other thing, that we are here only in an advisory capacity. We have no power. The ultimate decision is taken by the planning officers at the district council, or it gets called a committee, the Plants North, a member of whom I am. Okay, moving forward to the agenda. Apologies for absence.
Yes, Chairman, we have apologies from Councillor Kelly.
Okay. We have no substitutes?
No.
Thank you very much. Any declarations of interest? No? No. Good. On to note. The meetings of the last meeting held on the 30th of October. Those of us who were here, are you all happy? That's fine. Good, that's fine. I'll just sign these. Found right. It was quite a long meeting. Right, number 4, public questions in accordance with our standing orders 22 and 23. None?
None this week, Chairman.
Good. Letters of objection? No letters of objection received?
None this week.
Right, we're going on to the applications now. Pages 13 onwards. The first one, Station Road, very happy with what the officer said. Anybody need to make any comments about that?
No,
it's quite detailed.
It is detailed and it's quite right that it's not an easy road, it's a very busy road, and I think that's absolutely bang on what's said.
Also about parking, that's it. Right, the next one is one we do need to discuss, which is 2018 to
2782.
2782, my apologies.
Yes, and I apologise for the...
This is the construction of one detached dwelling with associated parking, amenity space and landscaping, and the land to the rear of 32 Ridgewood Drive. Interesting application, this one, with a very interesting proposed build. But I did ask for details earlier on our knowledge of Japanese knotweed, which is on the site.
Right. Yes, my colleague Karen went on to the government website to find out about Japanese knotweed, and based on the report that was included in with the plans, and they were correct in saying that yes, you can actually remove it from the site using a waste carrier, and it's taken off site. You have to take it to a licensed site, and there are various ways of actually disposing of it. You can actually bury it 5 metres deep and use some special membrane to actually cover the routes and so on. It has to be a specialised membrane because of.
And has the applicant confirmed this is what the process will have to do? Because I couldn't find that on the web.
They were talking about actually taking it off the site and taking it to a licensed.
Do the licence and waste it?
Yeah.
Okay. My own thoughts are, I would like to know how they've confirmed to district that this is going to be monitored. This is very dangerous. This is dangerous as asbestos. I know we've submitted this thoughts on it, but I still would like to know that any planning permission is granted, this is severely supervised.
It has to be totally dealt with, otherwise.
We don't want it to throw everybody's garden in the road.
No, we don't want it doing a tour of Whichwood Drive.
They have liability insurance up to 10.
Yes, but
Okay, that's fine. It's just-
yeah.
Unfortunately, no insurance in the world can remove it.
Yes,
If it gets
but
to be
unfortunately, liability insurance isn't going to cover the problem if it's allowed to spread.
Well, because it arises a year later.
Yeah.
Just suddenly appears. So,
Yeah, that's for the actual
Yeah.
management plan itself. So that would be with Japanese Knotweed Limited. That's the company that they would
okay.
use, I'm presuming.
Okay.
But I think it would have to be
I'd like to know the district.
Well, I think
one
there
of the
would need to be a-
conditions that
yes,
it's
there would need to be a
monitored.
condition.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, the actual application. Any comments about this very modern? But,
Well,
what do you have? There's an idea. We've had, reading the letters of objection on the internet, everybody's very concerned about the trees.
yes.
And loss of privacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think there is also a very big issue with, if you look at the reasons for refusal, which is why I'm not convinced they've met the reasons for
What,
refusal.
in 2015?
Yes, but
Yes.
regarding policy 106.
Right, yeah.
Because I don't see how that has been overcome.
No?
Yeah,
Indeed, I think it's an extremely difficult one to overcome. I think there is an issue that the site is immediately adjacent to a wildlife site that comes under the meaning of the Wildlife and Countryside Act.
Right.
I personally felt they haven't really met all the previous reasons
No.
for objection. I did come across also another thing on highways, which is a small point, but I'll give past this to you. He says, I've noticed the applicant's site and location red line drawings are different from HCC's highways boundary plan. The verge frontage to the site is not highways. The applicant may need to check their deeds and obtain a highway boundary plan from the contact below. So there's another complexity on highways, but my personal feeling is I think it should be refused.
I don't think they've met the previous reasons for refusal. And I think there is, and I think I would say particular concern regarding the site's proximity to the wildlife and
wildlife and loss of trees and
I think you could refer to the Act.
yeah. Can we get this down? So the committee is concerned that previous reasons for refusal on the previous application have not been addressed. The proximity to the wildlife site.
On the previous application.
Yeah. The proximity to the wildlife site.
Proximity to the wildlife.
I'm not sure if it's specifically a wildlife site, but it does say the capacity of the site to accommodate would be severely compromised.
Okay, well,
Okay.
can we check the wording of what it actually,
Yes.
what there is on the site?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
that'd be called that. It's
I mean, basically, the site will detrimentally affect the wildlife, which is contrary to 106 of the local plan, and which again is informed by the Wildlife and Countryside Act 1981.
Right, so what do you want me to put? Could you put proximity to the wildlife
I think
on,
Or to the,
I take the proximity because it's not. I don't know if it's necessarily an actual wildlife site. It says as a consequence of the development, the capacity of the site to accommodate birds and animals would be severely compromised.
I think that's a wildlife site.
So it probably is a wildlife site. Well, leave it at that. Yes, that
We'll
is
leave it at that.
really. Yeah.
And the loss of amenities to neighbouring property.
I believe, because I did go down here and had a look around the area, and I think that the houses it backs on, the properties at a lower level than this. So, yeah, as well. So
Well, the reasons for, they wouldn't agree last time to a two-storey one. They reduced it to a one-storey,
Yeah.
made it very modern, all glass.
That's a difficult one because it's not in keeping with what's already there,
No,
but it's quite difficult to. It's a matter of whether one thinks it's a high quality modern design.
I think we should also say that the committee considers, despite assurances from the applicant, that the Japanese knotweed being found on the site needs careful monitoring by the officers.
And
Should it be granted,
and should be covered by conditions.
and should be covered by
Should
conditions.
we just mention
And
this?
yes, I'm just going to mention, and
Yeah.
can we, it is fair,
Yeah, you can take
it's
that.
fair, and if possible, can you incorporate this, it's that the applicant's site, location in red line drawings, is different from the highways boundary site, so we've got concern that highways have said that the map supplied may have, it differs to their records.
I need to
Applicant
start
maybe
again with a
should-
recommendation, so I need to list them all because
Yeah, no, that's fine. So
there's
really,
things.
right,
Okay.
previous reasons for refusal have not been addressed. The committee feels.
Not addressed. Yep.
You probably could almost leave it at that.
The loss of tree, well,
No,
yes,
you could say the loss of trees.
the loss of trees,
Yep.
the possible impact on neighbouring properties, because that's what. And the knowledge of Japanese knotweed on the site
Yep.
requires careful monitoring and conditions.
And
Conditions should the application be granted.
and I think you also need to put in, and the capacity of the site to accommodate birds and animals.
Oh, Russell, say that again.
The capacity of the site to accommodate birds and animals remains severely compromised. And as such is detrimental, or as such is, as such the development is contrary to Policy 106 of the St Albans District Local Plan 1994.
So is that in here?
Yes.
Is that in there? Right, so the capacity of the site to accommodate birds and animals remains severely compromised. I lost that last bit, sorry.
Remains severely compromised.
Yeah.
And as such
Yeah.
is contrary to Policy 106.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Of the St Albans District Local Plan 1994.
So the committee recommends refusal. Are we all happy with that?
Yes.
Well, are we all happy? Yeah.
Yes. And just, you'll add in the comment on all the highways.
And then can you put the highway bit in? moving on to that. You picked up, I didn't pick that up. Right, so then have one more.
For the school, haven't we?
Yes, we have one more, which is... let's wait for
Page
it.
16.
We have it, page 16.
Is this yours, Ron?
Yeah, you can keep it.
Can I?
Yes, yeah.
Let's put it in the file so we've got the evidence that we want.
Right, okay, so if I hang on to this,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
thing?
But yeah, well, basically, yes, I've just printed out letters of objection, and that's
Oh,
quite a few
okay, right,
objections,
okay.
Yeah.
and some of the plans, yeah.
Sorry, it's long and winded, but it's
Yeah.
quite a long-winded
Okay.
application, I think.
And
It's
there
probably
is a lot involved in it.
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
is. And it's controversial. I think we need to
Mm.
cover ourselves.
Yeah.
I would like to have put just previous reasons have been addressed, but with the other problems that we've found on either side, I think. Right. Right, we'll move forward to page 16, which is 2018 3117, the proposed installation of a single-storey staff room building at Ramwood Primary School, Ramwood Park. So, I'll just wait for you to get her pack
Sorry,
out.
I've got so
And then
much.
that's okay, no problem. Now, I've been to the senior school, but I've never been to the primary
No, I
school.
have been to the primary
No,
school.
no, so, And this is
I
where
don't know,
we're
I have
putting
been to it. I can't see anything wrong with it at all, and it's not near a dwelling or
no,
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 not have any
They are
impact.
saying that 4 trees need to be removed,
Yeah.
2 white beams and 2 field maples. So you might need to just have a little think about that.
Would you be able to replant 4 trees to compensate?
Yes, I think that's, yes,
Yeah.
because I think it's just plant 4 trees.
I would think,
Yes.
I'd like to think that,
It
Yeah.
says replacement planting is proposed to
Yeah.
compensate
Yes,
to the
well, I think
That's
as long as
fine. I
they
think
get
that's what-
compensate,
that's
I think
quite
that's
acceptable.
fine. I think that's fine,
Yeah,
yeah,
And these are all screened at the back with trees,
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
that, so I
yes,
think it looks perfectly fine.
yes.
yeah.
I know the reason for
And they
refusal,
will, no,
and were, how could we put it, were pleased, satisfied, what's the word we should use? And noted that 4 trees would be removed.
would be replaced, yes,
Replaced, yeah,
that would be, yes, I think.
just so that we,
Yes, just
We
then,
noticed
please,
that
I've
bit.
been very pleased to note
yeah,
that the application included,
removal of 4 trees. is
To be replaced.
The application.
yes, which is good
assures
to
that they will
see,
be replaced.
yes.
Other than that, no reason to.
No, that's fine.
Well done, team, that's got rid of that part of the agenda. Right, we've just got a few more bits to go through. On the appeals front, I thought the lands adjoining Kenwood Commons came through last week. That must have done.
Well,
I thought that came through.
I vaguely thought I'd seen it come
I've seen
through.
somewhere.
I'm sure,
The other one hasn't. I don't think the Braeburn End,
Right,
Kennel Lane.
okay.
but I thought this one.
But it doesn't matter. We can't comment now anyway. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I
But I
think
thought, I thought,
just before we
I thought it was come
put the minutes through, can we just look that up tomorrow?
Yeah.
Just check that one. I just
Yeah.
thought that certainly one of those two's come through.
Well, I thought one of them had.
I thought
yes.
the first one.
And I thought it was this one.
Which
Yeah.
one was that, the Canley one?
The
The
Canley
Canley
one,
one.
yeah.
Right, okay, check that.
I mean, both Kings were on green, but I
Yeah.
thought, can we just check before we do the minutes?
Yeah.
If I'm
okay.
wrong, please apologise, but
Well, I have to say, I thought I'd seen it come through as well, although one
I get so
sees
confused.
these come through and you
certainly.
get so many come
Sometimes
through.
they send one through and then they'll send another one through.
Yes.
Yeah, or sometimes they just come through with another list saying,
Yeah,
this is currently
Yeah.
due
yeah,
for decision.
Get
yeah.
a bit confused, yes.
Is that okay just to check? I mean, I'll be in tomorrow anyway if you
Okay,
can pick it up check.
okay.
Right, number 8, prior notifications. No prior notifications have been received. List of St Albans decisions, we've done all that. List of application for tree works. Next meeting, Wednesday the 2nd of January. Oh, that's plans A, sorry, we don't get involved with that. Yeah. And plans north
That's a bit key.
is Monday the 7th of January. So that could be an interesting meeting, but it only affects me. And then,
Before you close, can I just
please,
double check that you are absolutely happy with the recommendations that I've made and
Yeah.
I think there
I didn't
were
read them all out
absolutely,
tonight,
yeah,
but-
I've been,
but
been
it's-
through them. I went through them all, and I
Yeah.
think
very,
absolutely
very
fine.
happy, you've done a lot of good work
Yeah.
there.
yeah, I
I
mean, there
didn't
weren't
read them
many
all out tonight.
applications,
Because
but
they were absolutely fine.
yeah, that's
It was that
fine.
first one that was so detailed, but I was,
Yeah, I
must
just
be happy
need
with-
to just double check. that
sorry, I
it's
didn't read them
okay.
all out individually tonight. I thought
Okay.
we've got other things to do.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
In fact, they weren't, a very high proportion of them don't
No,
even need to go through the committee.
No,
No, no,
they're all
Absolutely, yes.
absolutely no.
okay,
No.
fine.
Well, thank you very much, committee. I call this meeting to close at 7:52.
Very good.